Welcome to We Don't Have Cookies with your host, Jason Marshall.
Welcome, everybody, to a bonus episode of We Don't Have Cookies. Today, we're going to be talking about what's going on with the radio show. And with me today is Don Smith. How you doing?
I'm doing good. I've been busy as hell. It's been a lot of fun being on the radio show for 2 years, but I'm going to have to put it on the back burner. Probably put it on hiatus till the first of the year, then try to bring it back if I'm able.
Yeah.
There are some other things going on at the station as well that I'm not going to talk about, but there's but the first of the year I may try to bring the show back, or I may turn it into a separate podcast altogether.
Because we briefly talked about it on the last episode. Right.
Yeah, toward the end of it, just kind of after.
So if you listen to the radio show live, you would have already heard us talking about that. And I just want to give the podcast listeners a little update on what's going on. Because I said that I was going to go back to once a week for a little while until things straightened up with the house. And I think I talked about that on the radio show too. And ever since I announced that, I said, we'd probably be in about a month or so. Once I said that, I don't think the contractor's been here since. He's supposed to come in Monday.
Yep.
So
he's a listener.
This is why
we're not going to do that.
This is why things take so long, people. Right. A lot of this shit's out of my control. Yeah. But the guy's a great guy because I can hear people screaming, just replace him. Yeah, it is within your control. But the guy's a good guy. He does a lot of quality work, and he's really, really reasonable price. So there's no way I'm replacing this guy. Once you find a good contractor, you fucking stick with them. That's one thing I've learned through all this. If you find somebody who knows what the hell they're doing, you just stay with that guy. Don't try to shortchange yourself and think you'll save a couple of bucks looking for somebody else.
It just screws you over later on.
Just it's like a good mechanic. If you find a good, honest mechanic with a decent price, you stay with that guy.
Yeah. I lost my mechanic a couple weeks ago. I was so upset because this is somebody I've known since I was a kid, and I've been going to his shop probably 15 years now. And I mean, always got a good deal. I trusted him. I knew he wasn't going to screw me. And I went there 3 weeks ago for an oil change, and they told me he quit and went somewhere else. So I was like, crap. He's not even doing auto repair anymore. He actually got so fed up with it that he went somewhere else. I was like, damn it, I lost my mechanic. But anyway, yeah, the radio. That's why we're here. No, I'm going to put that on hold for a little while just to try to get my brain straight with everything else going on, because I got so much other stuff I need to do, and of course, it's helping you out because you don't have to worry about trying to edit all that crap.
Yeah, I was thinking about it the other day, and after it's all said and done, I spend, if I'm not like booking the show and doing all that stuff, it takes probably 6 to 8 hours to do that show. Wow. So I hope anybody who listens appreciates that, because what you hear is either a condensed version or the whole thing, but with certain parts taken out, like the music and things that I can't legally play. But what you don't realize is all the stuff that goes into it. Like I said, it kind of surprised me.
Well,
and
I appreciate the work you do on it, because
thank you.
It's you do good quality podcast. You actually you care about putting a good podcast out there. Now, if I bring the life back as a podcast, it's probably going to be not as good a quality, because I am not going to put as much time in it as you have. But it is what it is. Because the main reason I want to put it out there is a lot of guests that come on the radio show, they have family, they have friends that aren't able to listen to it when it's live. They want it out there for them, and I think if I'm going to have a guest on my show, I should at least offer them that. So that's really the main reason I'm going to do the podcast part, is just to, because that's how the life started. It was just getting local comics up there to give them a little bit of time on the radio, and a little bit of that way 5 years from now, when they have a big gig coming up and some radio show asks them to do an interview, they're not going to be walking in there cold, having never been on the radio and being so damn nervous that they can't stand it. So that's a part of the reason that I introduced the show to begin with, is for local comics, for newer comics, just to get something out there. And to keep me connected with comedy when I'm not able to do comedy shows, because that happens quite frequently. But if it comes back in January, it'll probably go back mostly to that. And
are you still going to go 2 hours?
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
I don't know. It depends on. It all depends on how I'm feeling next January when I come out and say whether or not I'm actually going to do it.
Yeah.
Because I might take the rest of the semester off from doing the radio show and realize I never want to fucking do it again. Because it's one of those things I love. It's kind of like comedy. I love being on stage. Before I get on stage, I absolutely hate it. I hate going to the places. I hate having to, take all this time to go. But I love being on stage. I love listening to the other comics, and that's what makes it worthwhile. And as far as the radio show, I love being on the air. We've had some really great guests on over the years, and which I do want to thank all of them, and I want to thank all the listeners I've had on the radio show and on your podcast that have listened to the radio show. I enjoy doing the radio show, but at the same time, with everything going on right now, it's just so much added stress that half the time I just feel like banging my head into the wall and not worrying about any of it. So
yeah, I can understand that, because not doing the radio show the last couple of weeks, it's weird. It feels like I have so much more time now.
It's fucking liberating is what it is.
Yeah, because I remember just thinking like, geez, it feels like there's an extra day in my week now.
Right, yeah.
And that is one more thing I want to talk about, is I said that we were going to go back down to one episode a month, or one episode a week for a while. Yeah, we're not Kenny Bolin in this show. We just do one episode a month. Love you, Kenny, but he does my show just as often as he does his show. That's fucking mind-blowing.
There you go.
But anyway.
He has plenty of talk for both shows.
Yeah.
Yeah, that could be daily shows, and he would have plenty of material.
Yeah. It's weird just putting out one episode a week. So I'm not sure how long that's going to last, because I feel like I'm not doing anything if I just put out one a week. I don't want to say that I will put out two, because I've already said I'm going to put out one so I can focus on other things. But
now you have a bonus episode to throw out there whenever you want to.
Just very weird to just put out one, because I'm just so used to putting out more. Like I said, it feels like I got so much extra time on my hands. And it's like, well, I could still use that on my show. So we'll see what happens.
Just having taken the last week off of doing the radio show, I feel much less stressed out already.
Yeah. Well, I just wanted to make sure everybody knew what was going on. That pretty much sums it up.
Yeah.
So
hopefully I'll return in January. I'll get you back on too. That way, if you feel like doing all the work again to to perfect it for your podcast, or we'll just have my imperfect shit out there. So
yeah, being an audio show, audio quality is kind of important. I mean, when you hear mouse clicking over somebody crying, it's kind of like, oh well. It's kind of hard to take this lady crying on the show seriously about her not wanting her son to be shot. And you're clearly looking stuff up on Google.
Hey, what the hell else was I supposed to do? You should probably edit this part out, because, man, that makes me look like a dick. Fuck it. Keep it in. That's funny.
I remember listening to that.
Yeah. What's up? What are you upset about? Jesus Christ. That's funny.
That's so funny. I forget what.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. That's fucking funny.
Oh my gosh.
It wasn't like that, seriously. I see where you get that idea. Oh, shit.
Oh, well, before we go, I want to make sure you plug everything. DonSmithComedy.com, Don Smith Comedy on Twitter. The Life has a Facebook page. I think it's Facebook/The Life 1069.
1069, yeah. Plus the Life 1069 at Gmail.
That's right.
Ever feels like emailing and say, "Hey, bring your show back. We miss it so much." I'm just going to tell you, you got to wait till January. But yeah, we'll see what's going on. We may be back.
All right, sounds good. All right, guys, I hope you're having a great week, and I'll talk to you soon. Yeah, being an audio show, audio quality is kind of important.